Good evening. Welcome everybody to our weekly career series. We're excited to have you. We're excited to have Menachem. We're just going to wait another 1 minute to give people a chance to join. We'll start the program in exactly 1 minute. Menachem, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
How's it going?
Yeah, I'm doing good, thank God. I'm excited.
Baruch Hashem.
Was there any way you could put the phone so where it gets in a little closer on your face instead of having the, it's like you're in a long shot right now. Is there any way
Right here.
position the phone even a little closer? And
I'm gonna have to hold it the whole time.
uh-huh.
So, I mean, if I hold it any closer, my hand's gonna be in the air like this. I can rest it on the steering wheel, so I
Right.
don't get.
Lean a little closer, just for.
Sure.
That's a little better. That's good. It's gonna be hard to stay that way, but okay. All right. Thank you everyone for coming. We're gonna give it 30 more seconds, and in 30 seconds we'll go live. We value your time. We value our presenters' time, and word to word. So 30 seconds and counting.
Perfect. Yeah, sorry that I couldn't get to a quiet room. This is the best I can do right now.
We'll take it as it is. We'll take it as it is. Okay, 15 seconds. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another week of the exciting Job Map Career Series. Each week, we would like to take you on a journey into a career, an exciting career option for you to explore. We interview members of the community that have experience in that field. They share their journey, they share their wisdom, they share what it's like. And so this week, we're excited. We're doing something unique. It happens to be that Menachem is a neighbor of mine, living right across the street, and he's been building up a beautiful fitness practice where he does one-on-one fitness coaching. And we're going to ask him tonight to share with us a little bit of his journey and what it's like to be a fitness coach, and how, if you're interested, you could also get into the field. So without further ado, Menachem, welcome.
Thank you very much. Good evening. Thanks for having me.
Great. We're excited. And, in our classic style of the way we like to do these interviews, we like to start off with a question to share your journey. So how is it that you ended up as a fitness coach? What's your story?
It's a good question. Okay. I grew up playing basketball and taking some martial arts classes, and stuff that a lot of kids did, and I always enjoyed it. I wanted to get better at it. So 12, 13 years old, started doing some push-ups in my room, some pull-ups, some basic stuff. Then at around 16, I realized that I really was enjoying this, and I started to just get some books, read up about it a little bit, and passion grew from there. I started to really begin to enjoy working out, but also teaching my friends how to work out and how to set goals properly and reach new levels of fitness. And it was amazing to see the way that it affected other areas of my life. I used to, when I was in yeshiva, I would have a hard time waking up for Chassidus, but I had a chavrusa that we would go and we would jog in the morning before Chassidus, and then we'd go. So like, if I didn't have that, I'd be sleeping in super late. So it just carried on and improved a bunch of areas of my life. So I really started to enjoy it. When I was 18, I got I started my personal training certification. Then I went to school for kinesiology and neuroscience. Didn't end up finishing that because I was working in 2 different gyms. I started off like as an assistant coach, and I wasn't getting paid anything when I started. I started just like by shadowing a coach that I knew, and then I started to assist the classes. And then when occasionally when he would leave, I would sub the classes. And then I started teaching my own classes. And then from there, I went into coaching one-on-one and always doing different certifications and moving into different traveling to go to different seminars and stuff. And it went from there. Do you have any questions about that part?
So at what point did you realize that it could become a source of income and a livelihood for you?
I believe at 16 years old, I decided that that's what I was going to
No, but
I
what I
was
mean
gonna
is
do.
as a goal, like when did you start seeing money come in and realize like, hey, this could actually sustain me, give me a living and for my family?
So I went to South Africa for Zal, and the whole year that I was there, I was studying for my personal training certification, and I was studying in yeshiva, and I was working out. And when I got back, I did Sha'al Zal, and then I went to college, and I picked up a bunch of different jobs. So that first year that I was back, I was tutoring in a yeshiva. I was going to college at night. I was coaching in 2 different gyms, and I was doing photography gigs. So I was like all over the place. So my income was really like very, very, very sporadic. I wasn't making much from the fitness thing at all, from personal training at all. Um, then after that first year of doing it full time, word got out. I didn't do any advertising or anything. I was, a young kid. I didn't really know much about that at all. I knew fitness and I knew training, and I knew how to help people get stronger and better and improve, improve their mobility, improve their cardio, and lose some weight, build some muscle, and improve all those areas. And after I help one person, word gets out, help another person. When I really started to make money was something that I actually said, okay, like, that was more than a couple bucks I was making assisting classes, was when I started doing one-on-ones in people's homes. So I didn't even advertise or anything. Somebody came up to me and said, hey, I heard you're a coach. I heard you're a personal trainer, so I'd love to have you come by and get started on a program.
That's great. Organic growth.
Yeah. But back then I didn't really have much of a plan at all. I would
Uh,
schlep around a bunch of equipment with me. That was a full workout. Just getting to my client's house, I was getting a full workout.
nice.
And but from there, give me 1 second. From there, I was really able to begin to build my clientele and create a system with it. So about a year after that, I rented a small space and I got some equipment, and I started coaching people over there. So people would come to me. This was a lot better because I wasn't spending time schlepping over to people and half an hour in between each session and running from one set of Crown Heights to the other set of Crown Heights. And this client needed this type of equipment, so I had to run back to my house and switch out this equipment for that equipment. When I got my own space, I was 19 then, and I made it. I rented a small little basement. I painted the walls a really ugly yellow because that was my branding, yellow and black. It still is, but I painted the walls yellow. Terrible idea. And I got a bunch of secondhand equipment, and I got started from there. Yeah, so that
Nice. So
was
this leads naturally into our second question, which is what's a day in the life of a fitness coach?
so a day in the life of a fitness coach can be many things, right? Back then, it meant waking up and running from house to house, probably having a lot of empty slots in the middle of my day. It's amazing to get to work with people, and it's really super enjoyable, but it is exhausting to be waking up at 5 a.m. to train somebody at 5:45, and then to have your next session at 7 a.m. and the next one's at 9:30, and then you have an 11, and then you have like a 4-hour gap until 2 o'clock. You have a session. The next session's at 6, and then at 8 o'clock. You're not working that many hours. Maybe you're working a total of 6 hours, but it's spread throughout the whole day. So that's like what most trainers are dealing with when they first start, is they're working early in the morning and late at night, because that's when people are home from work. But after you build up your clientele for a little bit, you get to be a little more selective with your timing and everything, which is amazing. When you get to that point, it gets a lot better. So for a while, I was doing that crazy split shift, but then I got to, I had my own space. People were coming to me. I didn't have to waste any travel time, and I would have 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. Boom, 4 back to back. Same thing in the evenings. I would do a 6, 7, and 8. There were times in my career where I was much busier, times when I stepped back and said, okay, I'm not taking any more clients than this, so I can really focus on them. And for right now, my day looks very, very different. We didn't speak about this yet, but we now have, my wife and I opened up a place in Borough Park. We have a team of trainers working for us. We have in Crown Heights, we have a very, very small place, which we're working on expanding right now. And now the day looks a lot different. I do a few sessions in the morning because it, helps me start the day right. But my coaches do most of the sessions now. So I take like 3 sessions in the morning, first thing in the morning, come into the gym early, I do my sessions, and the rest of the day I'm coaching my coaches to help them make sure that they're getting their clients the best results possible, doing marketing, doing all sorts of sales, all sorts of strategic work that any business owner would have to do.
Wonderful. So really you transition from being an independent to becoming a whole business. So let's talk about that. The next question really is, what is the financial opportunities as a coach? So as a fitness coach. So an average fitness coach, what do they expect to be making?
So the average coach that you would see at, say, Crunch or Planet Fitness, they're probably making something like $15 a session. They usually have like some sort of like commission set up, where they work the floor, and they're walking around, they're putting equipment back, they're speaking to members, and then they get a small commission on anybody that they sign up to personal training, and that'll bring them up from like $15 a session, $15 like an hour, to like 20 or $22 for those sessions that they're actually coaching. Those are like the big commercial gyms, So a lot of people have to start off over there to just get experience, but that's not really where you want to end up. The next thing would be working for a boutique gym. Usually a boutique gym, coaches will be able to get paid something like $30 to $40 a session, and that can go all the way up to $80 a session or more. And those are usually a much better environment because they don't have to worry about selling. They come in, they coach their clients, they interact with their clients, and then they leave. Somebody else is doing the marketing, somebody else is doing the billing, somebody else is doing all the admin work, and somebody else is doing all of the selling and all the consultations and stuff. So when you're starting out, you really want to try to get into like a boutique gym and gain experience over there. And then where a coach can really start to make money is when they start to go out on their own. It depends. So sometimes the better money is going to be had in a boutique gym if you find the right place. But oftentimes people find that going on their own, they're able to charge more per hour, right? They get to keep the whole thing. The issue with that is there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes, right? You have to do the marketing. You have to do the sales. You have to do all the billing. You have to do all the following up with your clients, right? You have a whole bunch, you're running a whole business, and it's a lot more complicated than it looks. And that split shift that we spoke about really happens when people go out on their own. They grab a client here, a client there. They're running from house to house. And so I did that for years, and it's definitely like, if you do it well and do it right and you have systems in place, you can minimize the other work that you have to do as a business owner. But that can really be tiring. That like trainers usually get burnt out after doing that for a year or two. So most trainers then like to transition from that. They'd like to transition into like a head coach position at a studio, now that something like that. So on a yearly, if we're talking on an annual basis, trainers can make anywhere from $30,000 to over $100,000. It really depends on how good they are, because there's 1,000 trainers out there. It's not hard to become a trainer. Anybody can get a certification in 3 months, call themselves a trainer.
Oh, so that's our next question, which is if someone finds this of interest. So what's the pathways? You said certifications, that doesn't require college.
Doesn't require college. There's a lot of certifications out there. Most of them are not going to be very helpful at all. And there are a select few that are going to be accepted by most gyms. So in order to work at any gym, whether it's a big box gym, like a big commercial place like Planet Fitness or Crunch, or whether it's going to be a small studio like mine, you need to have a certification and you need to have your own insurance. In order to get insurance, you're normally going to need to have a certification. So there are a few certifications that pretty much any gym is going to accept. The one that I started with was National Academy of Sports Medicine, NASM, NASM. That's a very solid certification. But with any of these certifications, it's really a starting point. It's not like I got my certification, I got my master's degree, this is the end all. No, it's like a 3-month program. It's going to give you a very good base of knowledge, general, very well-rounded base, but you really need to take it upon yourself to continue your education from there. Figure out what it is that you want to specialize in, what aspect of fitness you want to really focus on, and figure out where it is that what you enjoy coaching the most and where you can help your clients the most. And then really zone in and do a lot of extra certifications and read a bunch of books, do some seminars, and then study. The problem with the certifications is it's just book knowledge. So one of the things that I stumbled into by mistake, but ended up being really, really amazing for me, was I was an assistant coach for a long time, for the first year that I was coaching. And that was amazing because that gave me all the practical knowledge, right? How do you might know all the movements, you might know all the muscles in the body, you might know all the anatomy, you might know all the physiology, you might know all the science, right? But how do you actually coach somebody to change the way they're moving? How do you actually coach somebody to change habits that they've had for a very long time? That stuff is a lot harder. So when you have a coach that takes you under their wing and you can learn from them, that's very, very helpful.
That's great. That's great. So if someone wanted to read up, is there any places you could refer them to? Any good websites, or if someone wanted to study up a little more?
If anybody wants an extensive list, they can reach out to me. But if they want if I had to give just one place, I'd probably say ptdc.com. So that's the Personal Training Development Center.com, ptdc.com. You're going to have a lot of articles over there. Recently, they've been putting out some courses and stuff for online coaching. That's a whole other topic. There's definitely some good stuff over there. And also NASM, NASM.com. It's going to be a great certification that you can get started with. It's going to give you a very solid base of knowledge.
Nice. Aside from the personal coaching and the coaching in the gym, is there anything else that could be done with a fitness certification? Is there any other career paths that build out of it?
100%. So the certification itself, not so much, right? The certification isn't going to help you get into any other career, but the knowledge that you gain as a personal trainer can help you get into many, many things. Because first of all, especially if you are learning, if you're running your own business and you're doing it well, like I personally did a lot of business courses right when I was getting started. That was super helpful. So a lot of personal trainers that do well, they're phenomenal salesmen. They can really move into any sort of sales position. And if you can sell fitness, you can pretty much sell, you learn the skills to sell other things as well. Um, but specifically like managing facilities, right? Managing any sort of fitness facility um, is definitely definitely a very good career to get into. So a lot of trainers they don't figure out exactly how to set up certain hours and get certain systems in place so that they're not getting burnt out with the training, because it can be very exhausting. Waking up super early, it's usually very long hours. And so a lot of trainers do choose to move into the management side of things. But yeah, sales, management, personally, and then personally what I did, which is opening up your own facility, and then you have a lot of opportunities, a lot of different things. There's also obviously like physical education in schools, which we've done a lot of as well. Um, there's also, so very interesting. Recently, I've been speaking to a lot of people that moved into software companies that are looking to hire people with fitness coaching experience. We personally have hopped around, we have our own facility. We've hopped around from like 4 or 5 different softwares that we've used for different things. Some are CRM, some are on the coaching side to provide our clients with really good experience, where they, a portal where they can log online and they can see all of the whole workout and everything. They can track all their data and everything. So there's a few different softwares that we've used, and I always ask the people that I'm working with on that end, right, at the software company, how'd you get into this? And they're like, oh, I was a coach for 3-4 years, 5-6 years, whatever it is. And actually, somebody approached me asking me, to come work at this company. So a lot of people that move to a bunch of different fitness startups and very established software companies, there's definitely a wide range of opportunity on that side.
That's great. That's great. This has been a wonderful conversation. I have to say you're very articulate, and you've really covered all the points very nicely and
Thank
clearly.
you. It was a very short little, sorry to interrupt, it was a very short little rundown.
Right.
If anybody wants to get more in depth, we can definitely do
Yeah,
that.
so how would if someone wanted to reach out to you, how would they do that?
So they can find me on Instagram. I have an Instagram account. I'm not really on it that much, but I do check it occasionally. Movement _and_ me. And they should, if they really want to get through to us, the easiest thing probably would be to just reach out to the business Instagram. And if anybody sends a message there, I'll be notified and I can get in touch. So the business Instagram is livefit_studios, LIVFIT_studios. And that's probably going to be the easiest way. If you want, I can.
Did I get that wrong, Kira? Because I says here Menachem Menosh of the Fitness Forge. Is that's
that's the name that we opened under years ago. We've known each other a long time.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
so now your business is Live Fit Studios.
Yeah.
Nice.
LIVFIT Studios.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, you do a great job.
Thank you very much.
You know what made me think of you was when you took that booth at the expo, and you were great. You had that rower machine. You got people very involved.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, that's great.
That was very fun. Before we get off of here, I was actually, when you called, it was actually perfect timing, asking me if we wanted to do this. I said, oh, people that are interested in getting into this career. Well, Live Fit Studios is expanding, and we're always looking for new talent. So if anybody's interested in getting into this, you can reach out. You can also just shoot an email to livefitstudios@gmail.com. And whether you are a phenomenal trainer with years of experience, or you are somebody who thinks you might be interested in getting into this, reach out. We have a wide range of jobs available. We're looking for both male and female coaches, and we're also looking for physical education instructors for schools. So we have a system of helping our coaches. We generally look for highly qualified coaches that have years of experience. But right now we're actually looking for, in addition to that, we're also looking for some people that we can train in, right from the beginning, show them the way we do things. And if anybody is interested in finding out more about that and, coming in for an interview, seeing if maybe it would be a good fit, now's a good time to reach out.
That's great. That's great. Thank you. That's a wonderful opportunity. And let me know. I'm hoping that a lot of people will watch this and we'll get you some fresh talent, God willing. So thank you
That'd
very
be
much.
amazing.
Have a wonderful
Thank
week.
you very much.
And continued Hatzlacha.
Amen. Thank you to you as well.
Thank you.
Take
Have a good
care.
night. Thank you.
Have a good
All the
night.
best. Take
Bye-bye.
care.